Hello again, everyone. Today I have another couple of makes from Tim Holtz products to show you. I've really been kind of getting into the distressing and making things look like distressed metal and that sort of thing. I don't know if I'll stay interested in this, but the die cuts are actually pretty fun because you can actually make a lot more out of them than just what they're made for, which is kind of what I like. I'm going to put this one off to the side. This is actually what I made with sort of the extras that were left over after making this little project. So I'm going to put that off to the side and then I'll show that towards the end. But this was inspired by a video that I saw on YouTube about making a box like this with a book inside. And this box is made out of two, not file folders, but envelopes, the tall envelopes. I'll see if I can find the video where the original idea came from and then link that below because it's pretty cool. I did use a different embossing folder, different colors, and I made my book a little differently, but that's where I got the inspiration from, so I kind of want to give her credit. And basically it was just to see if I could actually do it, and it turned out really well. So I have the book wrapped in fabric in here. I kind of wish that I had affixed the fabric to the inside. I may need to do some like hot gluing on the inside, but I'll show you sort of the unvarnished inside. So as you can see, it's just paper and just made with spray stains and then a lot of distress crayons on the end. The distress crayons, I'd had some of them forever and never really used them because I think I just never really found a good place to use them. But for this sort of thing, it really does create a really nice effect with embossed paper. All right, so there's the little book box off to the side. And then here is the little book that I made. The inspiration book was actually the other way around. So it was, it like opened here instead of opening this way. And so I started with this paper here, which I thought was really cool. These are two-sided papers that are in one of the Halloween ephemera sets, or I think they're called backdrops. I think that's what they're called, by Tim Holtz. And I love all the Halloween stuff. So I'm really kind of glad that I got interested in this right around Halloween, because then I could get Halloween things that I will then use throughout the year, because this is kind of more like my aesthetic. But I thought that was really cool. And I just attached a piece of ribbon here to not really connect the front and back because they were already connected by this piece in between, but to sort of give it a little bit more of a spine. And before I get in here, I don't know what kind of binding this is called, but I did use a die that I have that creates a little folded binding here in the back that basically creates places where you can glue things to put them on a little page, and then they go around like that. So here, that was the front and back, which I thought was kind of cool that you'd have the two eyes there on the front and back. And then inside, I've used a variety of ephemera and die cuts. So I use this really nice lace here to edge, which I didn't really need to use. I just liked the look of it because I actually used the same paper for this bit, which had a little bit extra sticking out here to attach the back. But, and I love, love, love this particular paper. I wish that I could get like a whole pad of this paper. I just really, really love it. And before I go on, I'll show you the back, which is the same, which has the same lace on there. And I kind of, so there's 4 pages, so to speak. And front and back are envelopes, and then the middle two have some different stuff going on. So I'll just go ahead and go through. So here's this little envelope, and inside. So basically, I did want to say, so when I was making this, I was like, I want there to be a little bit of a story to this, which was also kind of fun. what I like about this is I can just pick up pieces that are already ready to go and put them together into something kind of fun. But my story behind this was that this was a little notebook that a chemist puts in a box, that this is like their travel notebook, plus some documentation of some things that they're working on as a chemist. So this has a little poison thing with an arrow to the other side, and then we're pointing to this little flower here, which is poison, I guess. And then we'll close that. And then on the other side here, I have, I think these are called baseboard pieces or baseboard chips or something. So I have a little clock here and a butterfly down here, and then this little druggist thing. And then each of these have a variety of little pockets here. So I'm going to go ahead and get this one out with this with a little bit of a tight fit. So because I wanted this to be sort of a chemist travel notebook, I also put some travel related things in here. So this was like a reserved seat at the circus and put a little bug on top. And then here we have some additional, chemist plants or whatever. It's kind of a loose theme, so I kind of just went with whatever I wanted to put on there at the time. And then in this pocket, I have another little ticket. Oh, and I found this in some of the little stickers that I had, and I thought, well, that's perfect. I'm going to put this in here. But I thought maybe I would stick it to something, but I haven't done that yet, so that's why that's there. And so this is a little, was it a train ticket or something like that? And then again, I put a little bug on it. I put a little bug here up on the tab. Again, some tickets, a stamp, a little finger arrow. And then just kind of, I distressed everything that went in here. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. And then, oh, actually I should put that the other way because I want those numbers to show. And then I'll just put this back in here. I'll figure out what to do with that. And then here I have some more little travel tickets. Yeah, he's clearly going on a boat. So that was all sort of like the little travel receipts and stuff in there. And then here I'm actually going to go from the back to the front. So I'm going to put this out first. So that's just a little jar of stuff. And then back here I have another handmade stamp and some more papers. I really like these two-sided papers because then I don't have to worry about the other side being blank if I don't want to completely fill it. So I thought that was kind of cool. Okay, so I'm gonna just made all these little pockets back here. And then this one, it's a little hard to take in and out. Well, actually I'll do that last because both of these should kind of be revealed together. So I'm going to go from the back to the front on this page too. So again, some more ticket related stuff, stamp, a little bug and a stamp on the back. And then I have another one on this side. Again, with a little stamp and a little jar. And then here, so I put these little things in front of the little slide fronts. So here we have this eye, and then I have, oops, that's gonna get stuck. Should probably glue that down a little bit more. And then here I have another eye. So it's kind of a reflection of what's on the front and back, but the eyes are again in here. Yeah, this doesn't have anything on the back, but it does have this little thing with a plant on it and a number. And then this one is really hard to get back in. So the only problem I have with things like this, it's like, you know, this is, if this goes in and out too much, it's probably going to get a little dinged up. But, you know, I mean, you want it to be a reveal. So, yeah, and this one's really hard to get in. Okay, there we go. It's probably because I have it so chunked up. This one's a little bit easier because I can just put it in the front. And then in this one, I have a little slide with some bottles. And this, looks like that. Is that coming off or no? Okay, that's not coming off. It was just an illusion. One of the little bottles comes out. Not sure why. I just decided to put another little bottle in there. And then those two bottles are affixed there. And then I can put that back in there. And then here I have another little clock and then a little window around that. And here we have just a whole bunch of like pharmacy related stuff. Super fun. And then here I just kind of put a little crow or a raven here in a little frame in the back. And then here's the last page. And then this little guy, this has Table of the Skeleton on one side, which has all the different things, which I thought was kind of cool. And then here I have a little drive-in ticket and then another little raven and a butterfly. And then here we have another little envelope, and then I put little butterflies here, which I thought were kind of fun. These are just blank on the back, but they have that beautiful paper. I only had one sheet of that paper and I pretty much used it all up. It's really pretty. And then this is like a lace paper, all really cool. And then that's it for this little book. So I thought that was kind of fun. It was really fun to make and just kind of like mindlessly put something together. I mean, there was a little bit of thought in it as far as the theme, but I really liked assembling everything and, you know, putting little secrets in all the little pockets. And then I'm going to wrap it up in this gauzy fabric here to put it back in the box. Like I said, at some point I'll need to glue that fabric into this box so it can be a permanent fixture. But then there we go. So, but yeah, I just thought it was really cool that I could make this box out of something else, you know, two envelopes put together to make a little box. And I probably could make it close on the top, but I wanted to leave it open to get the book in and out. All right, and then so after this, I had some extra paper that was embossed with this because I used another piece for the bottom here. And I had like basically 3/4 of a file or a envelope left. So I put that in the background here. And then I just created like a little, I don't even know what you'd call this. It has layers to it. Diorama, maybe? I don't know. It's kind of small to be a diorama. But, and then I have a little phrase back here. I live beneath the open sky. And then you're looking through the window, so you're obviously not living under the open sky anymore. And then some little flowers in the front. Again, this is mostly Tim Holtz stuff. And then on the back, I have my little handmade by stamp, and then I have another little butterfly, and then I put washi tape on the edges to seal it because I still could open this if I wanted to change something or whatever. I just didn't want to permanently glue it in case I needed to either fix something or whatever. But yeah, so it was super fun. Same material on the top. I put some different paper on the side to kind of match the outside. But yeah, it was really super fun to make. And basically I just like picked up pieces that I had laying around. This is a little die cut that I had distressed and put together. And then this was a stamp that I had colored with the Tim Holtz pencils that are now out. Super nice. And I just really kind of liked that combo. But that's all I had for you today. Feel free to subscribe to keep track of future videos on my channel. I know the last time I posted some Tim Holtz related stuff, I didn't get a huge number of viewers, but I did just kind of want to share things that I'm working on. And this is the kind of stuff that I will make like in front of the TV in the evening, just kind of put little stuff together. But it's really fun for me because it's like a little puzzle. And I actually am going to be getting into more sort of like model making in the future. At least that's my plan. And I'll tell you why sort of like end of the year, turn of the year. Just I kind of want something a little bit different than a lot of the art I've been making. I mean, I've really been enjoying the art because I signed up for photo school too, so I'm still doing that work. I haven't been doing a lot of watercoloring. I kind of do want to get back to that again in 2023, but you know, there's only so much time in the day, and I do have a full-time job, so it's kind of amazing that I've been able to produce as much as I have with being so busy. So anyway, I thought I would show them anyway, even if that's not what you want to see. If that's not what you want to see, then don't watch the video. All right. Well, like I said, that's all I have for you today. I hope to see you next time. But in the meantime, have a great day. Thanks so much. Bye.